Hello, this is Matt with First Entertainment, and I'm going to share with you how to make a game in 5 easy steps. Step number 1 is you need an idea. Yeah, write it down on a piece of paper, get some cardboard, cut out some things, make a board, draw out the map, shuffle around those cards and play with some friends. It's going to take a lot of trial and error to get that to work. Good thing about the realm of games is when it comes to mechanics, there's no copyright that can be done on mechanics. So if you see, like, for example, Uno, the way that you play Uno or Go Fish, those mechanics can be implemented into your game. They cannot be copywritten. So that's good. But names, those can be copywritten, so watch out for those. Step 2 is you got to test. Test. I can't tell you how many times I tested and failed my game. Whenever I had my printed out paper and cardboard, I tested so many times that my game failed with my friends. We were in an infinite loop where the game was impossible to end because of so many flaws. But that's why it was good to test so that the game could actually be playable. So get that down. Test it until it'll work. Step 3 is now when you're ready to polish your design, getting it ready to print. So now that you know how the game works and that you've tested it and it does work, then you need to know what elements do you need. Do you need cards? Do you need tokens? Do you need a board? What are those elements? And I would recommend going to thegamecrafter.com, super helpful site. There you can view the elements, the sizes of those in pixels so that you can download templates. And then you'll know what size the templates are so that you can start designing them on the website. Once you know the sizes of those templates, you can use a free website online. I use vector.com to download some designs that I did for my game completely free, and it was very useful to start designing some games if you're artistic. I used vector.com to start designing the cards, the board, and things along those lines. I also use another free program, Krita, if you know more of how to operate Adobe programs. That's free as well. If you want to go step it up a notch and use something that isn't entirely free, there's Canva. That is something that you can get some free art and print those out and use for your game. It's super helpful. That's if you're okay with spending a little. I'll have all those links in the description below. Step 4, once you have all of those designs made, then you can go to thegamecrafter.com, upload the art, put it into the templates, and this is where you need to double check. Make sure you got all the cards, the number of cards that you need, the number of dice, the number of tokens, the board, the box, that everything will fit, and to double check it. No, triple check it. This is where I made another mistake. I got so excited when I had my first prototype that I made the order, and it took a couple weeks to get here, but when it did, and I opened it up, there were a few pieces missing, and that was my fault because I got overly excited on my first prototype. So, triple check to make sure you got all the parts when you order your first prototype with the official art. Step 5, the instruction manual. And yes, this is the one I listed as the last step. I made a mistake and made the instruction manual around step 2 or 3 when I first made the game. The reason this is the last step is because you'll already have a copy of the game in hand. And sometimes, even after you have a copy of the game, some of the rules may change or alter. So you even test it after it's been printed. And when those rules change or alter, you still have the freedom to rewrite the rules because the instruction booklet hasn't officially been printed yet. But once you have that time to print and make the instruction booklet, you have official prototype of the game that you can take photos or videos of and use those and put them into your instruction booklet or even upload them onto YouTube. I also like to generate QR codes and implement them so that the instruction booklet isn't all that complicated. It doesn't have to be like a car manual where it's full of overwhelming, complex words that no one wants to read. Instead, it's simplified. And if it's something too complicated, you just attach a QR code, and it's super helpful. That way people can scan it with their phone, go on to YouTube, watch the tutorial, rather than having to read, which nobody wants to do. So yeah, those are 5 simple steps on how to create a game. So if you like this, if this was helpful, hit that like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions, just put those in the comments. I'll be happy to answer those for you, and may even do a video regarding those questions as well. So, yeah. Thank you. Cheers.